So I was eating a turkey. Oh man, are we on? We on? Steve, are we on?
Yeah.
Steve's Fear, Boogie Time, and all that crap. All right, here we are on impromptu Thanksgiving Day 2009 Steve's Fear. We haven't been on Steve's Fear in how long, Steve? How many years?
A long time.
It's been at least 3 or 4 years we had a Steve's Fear, and a lot's happened since then. For example, we had food, and it's gone. There's no more food here. Steve left some fatty skin that he was going to give to the boy, but the boy didn't want to eat it because of the gravy. So, what are you going to do? So, this special edition Steve's Fear goes out to the troops who were lied to so that they would join the Army thinking they would go to college, not knowing they would get post-traumatic stress syndrome. What's it called again? Where they come back and they kill themselves or they kill other people because they couldn't deal with the violence they saw in Iraq or Afghanistan. Those of you watching this, if you're considering the military as a career, you probably won't come home. So that's not much of a career. Steve, how do you feel about that, man?
But I was going to join the Army, man.
But that was during peacetime, Steve's talking about.
Yeah, they would have sent me to Grenada or to Panama.
Well, what happened to your back that kept you out?
I snapped my back.
As if he didn't know. Yeah, Steve, we have Steve on video when he actually hurt his back in that old proud look, which you can see if you ever call us. If we decide to call you back, if you're cool, you can see that old proud look and Steve hurt his back. But Steve was going to join the military. He was trying to get me to join him. I said, screw that. I'm working at Zoom for another whatever amount of time.
It was either work at Zoom or join the Army, so our choices were rather limited.
But I was in the office at the time, so I didn't have to worry too much about like security or getting struck by a car. I was a messenger earlier than that, like Steve was. Although we both started out as messengers. But yeah, so Steve didn't join the military. I would have never joined the military. I took the ASVAB, did well on all of it. I was called by the Marines, the Air Force, the Navy, and the Army. Interview with the Army for 2 hours. Interview with the Air Force for an hour. Marine guy had me there for 3 hours. At the end of his talk with me, he had a contract out and said, so you ready to sign? I was, hell no. But I couldn't say that to him because he would have killed me because he probably had a side on him. I said I'd rather think about it for a year. He called my house trying to get me into the Marines. And had I joined the Marines, Steve, I wouldn't be here right here now, but I'd be somewhere there now. And so I would probably be me, but not really me. I would have been a Marine who became me, who was somebody else. He probably would have been a warmongering SOB. But it was peacetime, so that would have been a little bit safer for me. Man. With Thanksgiving in mind, Steve and I are going to take a walk to the local liquor store. I think it's about time to have a glass of wine in support of those people out there that can't drink wine right now. I'm not being facetious, I'm being serious. So we'll be back when we come back from the liquor store with some Riesling wine perhaps, and maybe some White Zinfandel. We'll be back. What do you think?
Let's get some wine.
All right.
Drink a glass.
We did get the wine.
Yeah.
Steve, we did get some wine. I'm not going to show you the labels. I'm no shill for any company, but we got some Riesling, a beautiful green bottle, and some White Zinfandel that we're going to be drinking later. We're waiting for our friend to come by, and with that in mind, we'll be back. We'll get back to the Steve Sphere show. Right here, now, go there. There. To Steve Sphere. What do you think about Steve Sphere, Steve? Think we should go there?
Let's go there.
Let's go there. We'll be back. Steve Sphere, now! So with Thanksgiving in mind, I'm thankful that I'm not dead, that I wasn't duped into joining the military. How about you, Steve? What are you thankful for, man?
That I've been out of work for the past 5 months and I'm not living on the street. Sorry, man.
You know how we wanted money for the boat people? We want money for Steve. So those of you out there with extra cash, send money to Steve, care of me. Jeff Vargan. Email me at my email address, which you'll see on the screen if you're watching this, or you might see in the video part of this. But send your money to me, and I will give it to Steve. And with that in mind, Steve, was that about it for today?
If I knew I was going to be out of work this long, I wouldn't have quit my job.
Steve is just very deep in sorrow at this point. With sorrow in mind, I think it's about the end of our show. What do you think, Steve?
This is the end of the show, but send money to him and he'll give it to me.
Send it to me. I'll send it to Steve. you'll be helping a worthy cause, a good cause. So with that in mind, Steve Sphere, boogie time, and all that crap. Oh, we're all clear.
Be clear.
Man, that was a hell of a show, Steve.
The show, Steve.
These Steve Spheres, man, they take a lot out of me.
Not me.
Man, you are one handsome kid. Ray, can I talk?